Welcome back to West Texas View.
Welcome back to the West Texas View. I'm Johnny Lou Avery, and Carl Rippey, who is the weatherman at K-West Television, this studio, is my guest today because, as I've said before, he had such an interesting background, and we still haven't really answered that question about how did you get from acting, from modeling, from owning your own business into the weather business?
Well, and that's an excellent question. I feel I'm a good fit for the weather because I have been out. I've been in situations where weather has been highly influential on what we've done in terms of a family business, and just
and modeling. If you were outside modeling.
Well, yeah, it does. That definitely influences even that. But as far as predictions of what is going on in the weather and what is happening in the community, I felt like I had a chance to give back to the community, and I always secretly wanted to be a weatherman. And with the integration,
because that's power.
Well,
you've got power when you tell what the weather's going to.
No. I am very blessed to be here and humbled at the same time, because this is certainly opportunity for me, because I followed my heart. I knew what I needed to do, and my path as a person that had been in the workforce and coming back in amongst a much younger crowd was to become an intern. And I was able to get into community college, and within a week of making this decision, I had an internship at Channel 4 in Nashville, of which I met one of my best friends now, Dan Thomas, mentor of mine, took me under his wing, taught me how to put a show together, taught me how to predict the weather, taught me how to be a part of something bigger than myself, and relay that information to the community in a way to give back to the community of something that is so vital to our everyday lives. Whether we drive a convertible, whether we ride our motorcycle, whether we take our umbrella, what we dress our kids in as they're going to the bus stop, every factor that we have in terms of what we do during the day is influenced by the weather in some way. And my chance to get plugged into that unfolded in front of me, and for me to have been brought into K-West, Channel 9 here at News West 9.
Yeah, because this is such a fun family out
Very
here.
much so, yes.
And that everybody enjoys and supports each other. But the other thing is that you came to an area that, even though you grew up in an area similar to this, you came to an area where weather is always on everybody's mind for the severity of it, whether it's a tornado, whether it's a huge, horrible windstorm, or lack of a drought. And so all of those questions, the first thing anybody says to somebody when they walk up is, what do you think about this weather? And so weather's always on everybody's mind.
It's true. It's very true.
And so anyway, you went back to school, got your license and certification for that, and then you had an opportunity to come to West Texas.
I did.
And now
here I am.
You love it.
Yeah, I do. I really do. And I've been well received, as I've said before. If you've just joined us, I work here at K-West in the Storm Tracker 9 Weather Center, and it has been such a thrill to be here and to work with professionals that have priority in getting that weather information out into the community.
And one of the things that I always hear, I had Tom Tiefer-Teller on several years ago, and he was talking about how vitally important it is to have these contacts with the people in Seminole and Crane and Sanderson and all around to call and tell you what's going on the ground there.
Right. And now we have that function where you can click on our website, kwest.com, click on the Facebook link. You can join us, just click on the like. If you don't have a Facebook account, do so, because it's great fun. You can keep up with everything that's going on, including your family. You definitely can plug into what we're doing here at the Weather Center. You can also follow us on Twitter. I love Twitter because it's just a few words. You can get the word. It's raining here. We've got lightning here. We've got hail here. Those short messages.
Because the big picture may not show what a little tiny pocket is doing, and that's
There
the
is-
reason it's so
yes.
important.
We miss very little, but because of the technology of the radar being at a little above ground level and then shooting up, sometimes there is some of that surface, a little pocket that you might say, that we don't see, and then we're able to we usually see it soon after it happens, because it is moving, and as it moves, it becomes more into the radar scope. But that's why that is vitally important to us. Give us better information to send back out.
So now that you have met Carl Rippey face to face, and he's not just standing up in front of a board with a whole bunch of maps behind him, then you know how he got here. And you know what an interesting life he's had and how much fun he's having now that he's here. And you don't even miss Hollywood or New York City or Nashville or anything.
I enjoyed every minute of that. We are still in process. I have to also thank my wife for making this very much a part of my life and pulling this all together for me.
Behind every good man is a better woman.
Yes, definitely that is the case, yes, for sure.
But we want everybody to know that he's your friend, and that if you've got anything to say, any comments or any suggestions, well, call him, because he'll answer them, and I think that's wonderful. And I'm going to ask him to come back on another time, because he's got a Great Dane that you need to know.
Yes,
and
my dog.
That Great Dane is going to be able to meet the public, and I was telling him that the reactions I get from my viewers is more prevalent when I have children or when I have pets on. So he said, well, I'll just bring my Great Dane and we'll have a show about that.
You know, and I took Harley, that's my Great Dane's name, I took him camping. He killed his first mountain lion.
No. Kidding.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, you mean you predicted the weather good enough to take him hunting?
Well, yeah,
because now
he's
that
quite the hunter.
we're getting into dove season
Yeah.
and deer season, then it's always really important that we know what the weather is. And
You know, and I'm sorry, the animals are very intuitive with the weather. You know, there was a time not too long ago I was standing in the doorway and watching this lightning storm, just fascinated, and Harley starts to backs up into the house, continues to back up, and I turned to him and I says, you know, it's our lightning struck right then. There wasn't any separation between the sizzle in the air and the thunder. So I closed the door. I went back in the house as well.
So you don't know as much as you thought you did.
No,
We'll have to get Harley on to tell us the rest of the story about the weather. It's been such a pleasure to have Carl on our program today, and we're going to ask him to come back another time. But in the meantime, don't forget that he's your friendly weatherman, and he wants to hear from you. We'll talk to you next Sunday with another program.
Thanks for joining us for News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery. This has been a public affairs presentation of KWAB-TV and KWES-TV.